In another video, I talked about how this data can be created from a contingency table when you only have the contingency table but no Excel spreadsheet. And yeah, this is useful when you have a small amount of data, no Excel spreadsheet, and you can just manually code it in. Um, and here I'm going to talk about how you can take data that's in there, whether you got it in there in stream or did it by importing and creating a contingency table in SAS. So just this data is the association between smoking during pregnancy and low birth weight, with low birth weight being coded as 1, normal birth weight being coded as 0, and smoking during pregnancy being coded as 1, non-smoking during pregnancy coded as 0. So you create tables using procfreak, and the data I use here, I just called it data. And you actually tell SAS what's going to be in the table using the table statement. And I want it to involve low and smoke. And doing it this way, there's going to be a lot wrong with this table, but this is just the basic structure of the command. So yeah, here there's a lot of ways that this is different from what I wanted. So it has low on this side, and it has smoke on the top. And conventionally, we like to have the outcome on the top and the exposure on the left here. So to solve that one, basically, I can just switch the order of low and smoke. Yeah, and so yeah, now low is on top. Another problem with it is our outcome positive. What we coded as 1 here, we want it on the left, but here it's on the right. And the reason SAS did this is because it automatically assigns um, the lowest number as the first one, and it does that with regression too. It's an issue in many cases just because usually our outcome positive we code as 1, but SAS usually picks 0 first unless we tell it otherwise. So how we tell it otherwise is we say order equals data. Um, and yeah, our table should be. Oh, we don't want the table should be better now in the sense that we have 10 where we want it, and yeah, everything's where we want it now. But there's some information here we don't need. We don't want the row percentage or column percentage or the overall one. You might, but in this case, let's just say you don't. You can specify that for SAS and say no column frequency or no row frequency, no percent, no cumulative. And now it should just give us like a regular table. Yeah. And now we've basically recreated our table. I'm going to do a whole other video on formatting 0 and 1. So it instead of 1 and 0 here, it literally says low birth weight and normal birth weight. But I think that's an important enough topic to have its own video. But just some last things about what you can do with procfreak. You can ask it to do a few things. You can have it input it out an odds ratio or a chi-squared test or a Fisher's exact test, whatever you want it to do, and it's capable of doing all those things, which is pretty neat. Yeah,